It's Monday night. It's going to snow tomorrow, and I'll probably get called out to plow snow and salt roads. It's part of my retirement, trying to keep the budget paid. By the way, it's sangria wine. It's good. It's cheap, but it's good. Well, reason I'm making this video, or in the old school days, we'd call it a film. I don't know if any of you are watching, major news networks. Our wonderful current occupier of the White House, Barack Hussein Obama, had an interview the other day. And he finally, actually it's not really the first time, but he finally came out and basically what I consider played the race card. Him, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, the race baiters. But his commentary basically, and I'm going to just sort of abridge it a little bit, was that he thinks that why so many people don't like him, especially white people, as president, is because he's black. And that those that didn't vote for him, I'm assuming he considers racist. Now, if you look back at both elections, okay, we already know that the people of color would vote for him automatically. It's inbred. The first person of color to occupy the presidency. How's all that hope and change working out for you, folk? Just asking. But see, what Mr. Obama has missed, okay, and trust me, I've been called a racist over my opinions of things like the Trayvon Martin case and a whole bunch of other things. But I address this to you, Mr. Barack Hussein Obama. It is not because of the color of your skin, sir, as much as you, the liberals, the news media, would like to make that the issue. It is your history, sir. It is your socialist tendencies, your communist associations with the likes of Bill Ayers, connections with the Soros organization, and I can go on a litany. It's all documented on YouTube, not just by me, but by other sources, sir. Just because the color of your skin is not white is not why you are disliked, sir. All your educational background has been sealed by the courts. Even to this day, even after Joe Arpaio in Arizona examined the supposed copy of your birth certificate, there is still a question as to the authenticity of your birthright of being an American. That issue has not yet been resolved. But again, a lot of things that you have been sealed by the courts. Your educational records, it's been proven you've had more than 5 Social Security numbers issued in your name. Your heritage, your parental heritage has been exposed. The books that you have written have been gone through by many different people. I am not going to sit there and say you're any better or any worse than I am. Because when you talk about smoking dope, getting drunk, being stupid and all that, I too have been there in my younger years. Trust me, I can write books about it. I make no attempt to hide it. If people ask me a direct question, I'll give them a direct answer, although they might not like what I give them, and it may embarrass a few people along the way if I have to do it to verify the veracity of what I say. But see, sir, it's not because you're black. It's because of your attitude. When you went in, you said you'd have the most transparent presidency anybody could ever have, which is a bald-faced lie. And I can run the litany on you, sir. You've got no less than 10, 13 scandals running in your administration. I mean, Fast and Furious, Eric Holder, Benghazi, IRS, 501c3, C4 organizations, digging into the news media's background, and even to the point of going after a reporter on Fox and his family, his parents. Sir, this is not a presidency. Ronald Reagan was a president. You, sir, would not make a pimple on his backside. You are a pathological liar. You are an egomaniac. You are what I would call, lack of a better word, another Richard Nixon. And he was a Republican. And trust me, I was a volunteer for Nixon in his initial run for president, even though I was a teenager. Nixon and Lodge in Philadelphia. It was in later years I found out what a vindictive, nasty bastard he could be, just like Johnson was after Kennedy died. I make no slice, whether it's Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative. But you, sir, if I ever met you face to face, provided your Secret Service didn't come up and beat me up and knock me down and arrest me and drag me off, I'd tell you this right to your face. You're a bald-faced freaking liar. Your socialist tendencies and beliefs are destroying America. And as much as there's parts of George Bush I don't like, with the TSA, the evisceration of Posse Comitatus, the Homeland Security issue, TSA. Oh, and let's not forget, NDAA got run through Congress again, and you signed it, and it's bigger and badder than it was before. Yeah. No, sir, it's not the color of your skin. It's what you are doing to try and destroy the American Republic, because America is not a democracy. It's a republic. Go look up your history in 1776 and our founding fathers. But see, you're one of them smart-ass dudes. You're highly educated, so they say. But you sat there and gave up your lawyer license to avoid prosecution for who knows what, along with your wife. She had hers given up to avoid controversy. So neither one of you are practicing lawyers, even though you got a legal background. And basically, that does not make you any better than the 535 idiots on Capitol Hill, of which the bulk of them are lawyers. And between you, your buddy Jojo Biden, buy a shotgun. Yeah, right. You have completely tried to eviscerate the Constitution of the United States, the Bill of Rights, and everything else. Oh, I have a pen and a phone. I'll do what I want. Really, Mr. President? There's a thing called a Constitution. And trust me, we would not have Obamacare if somebody had not got to Justice Roberts on the Supreme Court. Yeah, that's your, what do you want to call it? Your history? Sir, it's not your color of your skin. It's your politics. It's your attitude. You are not an American, in my view. You've done what you can. You've left people dying in foreign countries. That 3 a.m. telephone call came. Neither you or Hillary Clinton picked it up and did anything about it. Your buddy Eric Holder, oh, we're going to investigate this, that, and something else. We're going to sit there and prosecute George Zimmerman for hate crimes. Isn't that kind of like the fox watching the henhouse, sir? And it's not Eric Holder's color of his skin either. It's his politics. Between you and him, I call it Chicago politics. Rahm Emanuel said it, never let a crisis go to waste. See, you seem to forget that you can do one thing one day, something else some other day. You think your presidential authority is unlimited, and it's not. The problem is that we don't have enough people in Congress on either side of the aisle, and I trust none of them any farther than I can throw them. But they don't have the guts to impeach you, sir, and put you out of office or bring you up on federal charges for malfeasance in office. No, sir. It's not the color of your skin. It's your background and your politics, sir. You've got Vladimir Putin in Russia poking fun at you. You've got the Middle East terrorists poking fun at you. You have 11 members in your cabinet with a Muslim background with connections to the Muslim Brotherhood. Yeah. Weren't those the guys that flew them planes into the Twin Towers up there in New York? We may have killed bin Laden, but trust me, Al-Qaeda is not decimated. It's just reformulated into smaller, loosely connected groups. And your buddy, Mr. Swiftboat himself, John Kerry, the liar elite in Congress in 1971. You got him running around the Middle East, making deals. No, sir, it's not the color of your skin. You just have no clue how to deal with world politics. You're an amateur. Putin said you're an amateur. So no, sir, it's not the color of your skin. It's the fact that no matter how well educated you are, no matter how well you've covered your lies and deceits while in office, you're still an idiot. All the money in the world can't hide your deceit, your lies, your socialist tendencies, your communist associations. No, sir, you're not my president. You may be the president of the United States, but you're not my president. And let's not go up to the UN. Yeah. Arms deals, Second Amendment issues, world sellout, New World Order kind of stuff, Bilderbergs. It's all documented. Might be some little small blogger somewhere out in the Ethernet. And it tries to be suppressed. But see, your legacy, sir, when you leave office, is going to be the old, 3 or 4 Pinocchios? If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor, period. If you like your health care plan, you can keep your health care plan, period. Well, Mr. Obama, October this past year, I got a letter in the mail that said my insurance carrier wasn't going to service us here in the state of New Jersey anymore. I had to go out and find another one. And my insurance costs went up 33%. I'm one of the fortunate ones. And by some small miracle, my doctor was under a new plan that I picked up. But I may have to change a few things. But see, under Obamacare, I don't need maternity. I don't plan on getting pregnant. There's only 2 things I like Obamacare for. The no ceiling limit on medical care and that pre-existing conditions are covered. But see, we know Max Baucus, Harry Reid, all the medical insurance companies, the pharmaceutical companies were in on the writing and building of this policy. And of course, we got Nancy Pelosi You have to vote on it before we can see what's in it. And then the bureaucracy took over, sir. Went from what, a 2,600 page document that now stands over 7 feet tall with all the garbage that's in it. And yet you think you can sit there willy-nilly with your executive orders and say, I'm going to back this up a year. I'm going to back this up 6 months. Got to be careful of them executive orders. They'll come back and bite you sooner or later. And of course, we can sit there and talk about the Obamacare website, sir. Your wife, her buddy, had a company in Canada to design this for $600 million. And it's still not secure. It's still not running right after $600 million. And you've had all kinds of people coming in trying to fix it, sir. It's still not running right, never will run right. Why would it not be smarter for you, sir, and your cohorts in Congress to hire an outfit that, say, is like, forgive me for making the suggestion, Google, Yahoo, Amazon, Walmart, that handle millions of customers a day with security and very rarely have computer glitches or security issues. Oh, and from what I've been told and what I've read online, they probably could have done it for somewhere between $10 and $50 million and made it a lot better than what you've got at $600 million of taxpayers' money. And also, sir, let's not forget when you came out and said, this new insurance, that's going to be good. It'll be cheaper than what you got. And yet I see horror stories on the news media. I see horror stories on YouTube where people have had their medical insurance rates doubled, tripled in some cases, to the point where they're so expensive that the people can't afford to keep it. And usually it's the people that are in the most dire need to keep it. Yes, sir. It's not because your skin color is black, sir. It's because of your politics. It's because you're a pathological liar. And now even the liberal news media, I mean, NBC just recently got banged on their medical insurance that it wasn't acceptable under Obamacare. And NBC, one of the most liberal television organizations in the United States, has to go flip coins and all that to find reasonable insurance. And it is estimated that in the next year, after the 2014 elections, when the rest of Obamacare finally does kick in, there will be 45 million more people uninsured. And let's face it, sir, the young people think they live forever. They think they're bulletproof. You think they're going to sit there and support this medical insurance fraud that you and Congress created? Nah, they'll pay the fines and tell you to kiss their backside, sir. And again, it's not the color of your skin. It's your politics and the fact that you're a pathological liar. So that about buttons it up as short as I can make it. And I could probably go for another couple hours, sir. But see, I'm just a dumb old truck driver that's 67 years old, been around the world once or twice. When you're pooping in your diapers, I was sitting there working at a garage pumping gas. No matter what country you were living in at the time. Because, you see, I've lived in Germany. I've lived in Japan at the end of World War II. I've been to Korea. I've been to Vietnam. I probably know about world politics more than you do. But see, the biggest problem we got, sir, that it's not the color of your skin, is that you don't have the balls to stand up and tell the world, we are America. We do things by our Constitution, and if you mess with us, we're gonna kick your ass and mean it. Screw your red line bullcrap, sir. And it's not because of the color of your skin, sir. That's all I got to say about it.